One of the things I'm trying to build into our Discord bot is also an opportunity for people to join a asynchronous fractal group, the Zaal. So that's been a blast. We had a great meeting yesterday.
Version of the initial software I need to collect data for my doctoral research, but I need to test my training program with some people.
We're bringing TEDx-style talks to Web3 using 100% Web3 tooling. So there may be an opportunity for this community as a rewards mechanism.
Yeah, happy to just participate here, and it's delightful to see all of your contributions and see your faces.
I relate some of the news from previous events and in general what's happening in the community.
Research on the Eden, Fractal, and Optimistics websites, just to get more context on the questions to ask.
Eden Fractal 3-year anniversary. So I hosted this event last week. It was our 122nd event. Participants earn respect tokens, which are soul-bound reputation tokens that form an on-chain reputation system. ORDAO brings us all together. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Optimism Fractal. We are here in season 6. I have the pleasure to be here with Rosmari, Will, Zaal, and Jean. Thanks everybody for being here. Thanks to everybody who's out there watching. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. And we're going to start off with a presentation, as we do, with an introduction to Optimism Fractal, and then we're going to play the respect game. So if anybody wants to say a quick hello, then feel free as always, and I'll jump into the presentation momentarily.
Roll that beautiful Optimism Fractal footage.
Yeah. All right. Great to hear from you, Jean and Will. Thank you very much for helping us kick us off. So we are here. We are public goods creators at Optimism Fractal on Thursday at 17 UTC. We're gathering builders from across the Superchain to play the respect game, where you share contributions, connect with innovators, and earn recognition through peer consensus on Ethereum. You can learn more about Optimism Fractal, 1, in the tweets from Optimistics. I encourage you to like and retweet and share to help spread the word. And then 2, at optimismfractal.com. So Optimism Fractal is a community dedicated to fostering collaboration, awarding public goods creators, and optimizing governance on the Superchain. We host bi-weekly events that everyone's welcome to join that provide a perfect place to network, make friends, and collaborate with talented builders on the Superchain. We have an interactive format with structured games, including the Respect Game, an innovative on-chain social game that pioneers new forms of community coordination, where basically first we'll go into randomized breakout groups of up to 6 people, and then participants will share what they've recently done to help optimism in the Superchain, and then collaborate to rank each other's contribution and earn respect, which is a soul-bound token that provides growing benefits as our reputation expands. You can learn more about this at optimismfractal.com, and also find videos there too, because we record videos of each event that you can both play a leading role in and share your work and help raise awareness, as well as share and watch for educational content about the Superchain. And we're also building, with respect to the Optimistics team, and community members have been building the Optimistics Toolkit, a set of open source tools for community coordination and decentralized governance, where we play the respect game and make on-chain decisions and so forth. So you can learn more about this on the website, as well as how Optimism Fractal can help you support your on-chain career and your business, supporting people who are new to on-chain or people who are building businesses already. You can learn how the respect game works and how you can use respect token in your organization, and also all the benefits of fractal democracy. Welcome, GNeric. I'm going to mute because there's sound there, but thanks for joining. Hope you're doing well. And yeah, you can explore more, building public, Notion site, open source repositories, lots of places where you're going to earn funding in the Optimism Collective, such as retro funding and the wider Ethereum ecosystem. And so great opportunities to get involved. And here at Optimism Fractal, we're pioneering the future of governance with fractal democracy. We have protocol specifications in our intents page, and you can learn more about our history and the Sages Council where you can get involved with governance, as well as the ORDAO on-chain software, and all the different software and initiatives that we have going on here at Optimism Fractal for governance. Optimism Fractal was founded and is presented by Optimistics, founded in 2023, and supported by educational resources by Eden Fractal, founded in 2022. You can learn more at the websites on the screen. And we're building the Superchain together, an interconnected network of blockchains scaling Ethereum on the OP stack, along with OP Mainnet, Base, World, Sonium, Inc., Unichain, Zora, Mode, and many others. Learn more at optimism.io, optimistics.io, etc. And the best way to get involved with Optimism Fractal is join our weekly events on Thursdays at 17 UTC. We hope to see you there. Like I said, we invite you to scroll through our videos feed of all the videos from this season and past seasons, as we've been doing really cool stuff, and see all the great builders. And you can also find these on the Eden Creators YouTube channel, along with Eden Fractal and other episodes and other kinds of shows too. And you can also explore the Optimism Governance Forum too, to keep track of our season 6 as well as prior seasons. We have a thread for each season where you can see some highlights from the new season and what's been going on lately. So that's a great place to get involved, as well as the Discord and so forth. And you can register for weekly reminders, or bi-weekly reminders rather, for the events on our Luma page, our event page, Lou.Optimistics, where you can also find other events that we host, such as Eden Fractal, Eden Town Hall, Optimism Fractal. While you're at it, you can also explore the Optimism Governance Forum for Eden Fractal Upbuck 2, where we're now also playing the Respect game too, alternating on Thursdays with Optimism Fractal. So I encourage you to learn more about the whole fractal ecosystem and join Optimism Fractal and get more involved with the Superchain as a whole. Some quick community news in addition. One, I want to just reiterate, I think we did this 2.5 weeks ago, but we recently approved a proposal for cross-chain capabilities that expand coordination beyond just OP mainnet to Base as well. So Optimism Fractal now has an ORDAO account on Base, and it is using that ORDAO account for specifically being an oracle for Eden Fractal Respect, which is being migrated over from another blockchain called EOS onto Base, and that account can be used for all kinds of different things now too. You can see the app that Tadas has built, the ORDAO Fractal app or the Optimism Fractal app, both on Base and on OP mainnet at of.fraps.xyz, and there's a couple different websites, and learn more about the ORDAO software, optimistics.io/ORDAO, where you can also find some great videos that explain this app that we're using now. And yeah, you can check out of.fraps.xyz for the app. And also another announcement too that I wanted to share, that is actually right here, is that as of the previous week's event, we're not having an Optimism Town Hall after every event unless it receives a minimum of 2,000 respect votes prior to Monday at 17 UTC. So today there was not a topic proposal that received 2,000 votes in the Optimism Town Hall snapshot space. So today we'll just do the Optimism Fractal Respect game, and it'll just be about an hour long or so. Maybe we could talk for a little bit afterwards if people would like, but there's no scheduled town hall. And in the future, if anyone would like to schedule a town hall, then you can make a proposal in the Optimism Town Hall snapshot space, which you can find on the Optimism Fractal website or optimismtownhall.com. And then if it gets 2,000 respect votes, then that will trigger a town hall event. That was decided by the Optimism Fractal Council, all of these. So thanks everybody for being involved here. And with that out of the way, thank you everybody for listening. Thank you for being here once again. And we're going to start playing the Respect game. So I kind of gave a little intro over prior, and I think everyone here is familiar. But if you're not, you can check out the Respect game article on Optimism Fractal. And basically, we just have 6 people here now. So we're going to stay into one breakout room, and then we're each going to take our turns to speak for about 4 minutes or so and share what we've been doing to help the Superchain over the past 2 weeks, as well as just feel free to just generally introduce yourself and so forth. So, and then we're going to work to reach consensus on who helped the most, who helped the second most, who helped the third most, and the fourth most, and so forth. It's going to be a fun game show. And then if we can reach consensus, then we'll all receive respect tokens. And people who receive higher rankings will receive more respect tokens according to the algorithm. So that's basically it. Encourage everybody to have fun. As always, feel free to share your screen. Feel free to share any links to help people better understand your work. You can share both in Zoom and the Discord. And yeah, feel free to ask any questions along the way too. Thanks everybody, and hope you have a fun respect game. And if any would like to go first and share what they've been up to, then you're very welcome to do so.
I can rock it out first.
All right, sounds good, Zaal.
Awesome. So in this last week, we hosted the 56th, I think, Zaal Fractal. Oh, I'm trying to share my screen, but it looks like I need to add permissions. Myself, not you guys. Oh, okay. It's making me restart Zoom. So maybe I will just do everything by talking. But yeah, so we had the 57th Zaal Fractal this week, which was the second successful implementation of the Discord bot. I found a couple of ways that I can improve the Discord bot, so I'm going to be working on that this weekend. We also have been really focused on how one can leverage other time frames for fractal meetings. So one of the things I'm trying to build into our Discord bot is also an opportunity for people to join a asynchronous fractal group as well as a off-timed fractal group, kind of as long as there's I would say like 4 minimum people in a group, and they haven't participated in a fractal yet that week. We want to add that possible potential for participation. So my goal over the next few weeks, in addition to adding the on-chain mechanism for the Discord bot, is to also incorporate a version where someone can join not at the designated time. And if for people join, it kind of starts like a 5-minute timer or something like that. And anyone else who wants to join can join in and then participate in that fractal group together. So so the thing for these multiple meetings, you would only be able to participate in one fractal per week is my mentality towards it. So even if you were in both fractal meetings, you would only be earning points for the first fractal that you're in. So even if you want to share twice, people are super welcome to, but you can't. My thought process is that you can't be part of the consensus process twice in 1 week. And also having another designated time specifically for fractals and for people to meet up is our other goal. So not only a specific time, but more of an unspecific time as well. And then the last thing we're thinking about / working on is a way to take a transcription of our Discord meetings and summarize it so that we can have our Zaal account post a little tidbit of what everyone in the group is working on. So with those additions, I think we can really leverage the fractal ecosystem a little bit better. And I'm very excited to just start cooking up more with the Zaal fractals.
Excellent. Thank you, Zaal. Very exciting. Great work with the Zaal Fractal bot. Maybe I'll pull it up on the screen too, because I know that you wanted to share your screen, but this is what you shared when you were at Eden Fractal last week. This is like basically similar to the Telegram interface, but now it allows you to play the respect game at Zaal Fractal with Discords. That's really cool. And then, yeah, I just wanted to just show that. And then I know you wanted to share your screen. If there's anything else you wanted me to pull up for you, then I can. And also, I think you still have like a minute or two left. I think maybe 2 minutes left if you wanted to add anything else, or if not, you can pass it on to somebody else whenever you're ready.
Cool. Yeah, we'll shoot it over to Will T. Oh, okay. Wait, last thing I did in the last week is we created a podcast with my guy Will T last Wednesday, or actually it was 2 Wednesdays ago. And we had a blast actually having Will on. So I think there's a lot of cool collaborations there. And it'll be coming out on pods soon. So that'll be out on Base and definitely part of that Optimism Superchain ecosystem.
Super cool. I'm looking forward to listening to that. Is that Rosmari's for Now Fire? Is that the podcast that is like the Zaal podcast, I think?
Yeah, so let's talk about Web3 podcast, the
Yeah.
Zaal presents. So that's going to be our media arm of the Zaal. So that's been a blast. We had a great meeting yesterday, and I think we can start leveraging additional mechanisms for distribution, especially Farcaster is something we're focused on. So we are actually working on creating a channel over the next coming weeks, and yeah, I think there's a lot of potential with just pods and everything that's going on over there with pods.media, basically tokenizing podcasts. And I'm just excited for the more and more tools that are out there that are 1 or 2 click tools for people to just play with stuff on chain without having to develop a whole on chain D app. So that's yeah, that's a little.
All right. Well, excellent. Thanks. Great work. Yes, I just shared. There's some questions in the chat. I also welcome Harvesto. Thanks for joining. Hope you're doing well. And also welcome Eric too. Thanks for doing good. We're in the middle. What's that? Somebody saying something? Eric, I think you're trying to speak right now, but you're breaking up. Maybe your internet connection isn't so good right now. So yeah, I suppose we'll move
Are
on.
we working now?
Yeah. Yep, now we can hear you clearly.
Oh,
All right. So, one, I want to address a couple quick questions, just bring them to Zal's attention, because I think that Gene asked some questions and he asked for links and stuff like that. So Zal, maybe just check that out. And then also, um, there's some cool links in the chat, but we now have, I also pulled up the Zal podcast up on the screen, the Let's Talk Web3. So that's really cool. I recommend people check it out. But we now have 8 people. And so there was 2 people who joined late and we already started playing respect games. So,
so just so you know, I'm going to have to take off soon. I just want to ask everyone as a question because we've got a crisis behind me at work. Um, so I met with Abraham, and we went over the final version of the initial software I need to collect data for my um, uh, doctoral research. But I need to test my training program with some people. So I'm wondering if there'd be anybody who'd be willing to be my test if I come up with a training program in the next week or two to just pretend you belong to a nonprofit and give me feedback on training for the program and Abraham's new software. So he's got a couple things to fix. I gave it final approval for MVP1. So he's got a couple things to fix, and then he's going to load it for everybody, and then we'll do the training.
all right. Well, sounds great. Thanks for the update, Eric, and thanks for asking. And I see several people. Gene said yes, please. And Zhao said he'd love to test as well. Be free to reach out on Telegram or Discord. And Rosemarie asked, do you have a Discord, Eric? So I'm not sure if you're in the Optimism Fractal Discord, but you can feel free also, Eric, if you want to share any messages in the Eden Fractal Telegram chat or Optimism Fractal Discord and more people there. I see GNeric is also and Will, so they'd be happy to test too. So looks like we already got
Okay.
some volunteers for you. And Rosemary said she can too. So,
All right. I have to go get set up to launch 10,000 emails. So
all right.
go work on that right now because
Well,
our current email system broke, and so I'm setting up the switching to the new email system, but I have to go do it now. But thanks everybody. I'll post something in the next week or two.
sounds great. Looking forward to seeing your messages. Enjoy the emails, Eric. And yeah, thanks so much for checking in with us. And I'm wishing you the best of luck with the tests for for doing fractal governance and respect games and so forth with all the people you're working to test with.
Thanks.
You're welcome. All right. This has been an interesting episode so far. So, we're still in the situation though where we have 7 people. So normally, if we had 7 people before we started, then we'd go into 2 different breakout rooms of 4 people and 3 people. Rosemary said that she's fine not to get respect. Technically, it would be because Harvesto joined last. I suppose we would just play with the 6 of us here, and Harvesto could watch. But if you want to opt out, Rosemary, then you can. But it's also maybe we can even use the new ORDAO app to issue respect outside of that because I think everybody deserves respect for being here. Zaal also offered to also opt out for Harvesto too, so maybe we can have it. Also, Gene did too, so we have lots of people who are volunteering, lots of people who are offering to be opting out. Lots of good people here. But I don't know, maybe we can all just share our contributions and then somebody can opt out and then we can give them respect over the ORDAO app and test out that new functionality. Does that sound good?
I'm all about experimentation and testing new functionality.
Okay, sounds good, Will. Well, if anybody has any other perspective, then feel free to share. Otherwise, we are making pretty slow progress right now. We've been having lots of things happening here, so we only have 33 minutes left for the formally scheduled hour, and we still have 6 people to go. So maybe we should hurry up, and we'll try to make sure each person's presentation is less than 4 minutes. And then if we do that, then we can be done with all the presentations within 24 minutes, which will give us 10 minutes to reach consensus. So how about we do that? And would anybody, maybe Zal, you want to pick somebody to go next?
Yeah, let's go over to Will T.
All right, sounds good. Will's on it. That was quick.
All right. Well, since the last time we met, I've been exploring the Superchain ecosystem, and I found that you can set up an account at account.superchain.eco. And when I logged in with my wallet and I connected my two other wallets that have activity across the Superchain ecosystem, I got 530 Superchain points, and I'm a level 3, which I think is pretty cool. Plus, you can also have your own name with it. So I assigned the name KFmedia.superchain. A lot of my focus done on chain is to support KFmedia, which is the Web3 educational media company that I founded just over 2 years ago. So with that being said, I did stumble onto an article that came across my news feed through X23AI about retro funding season 8 overview. This is the original post from the Optimism governance forum. However, governance forum posts sometimes I feel is like an exercise in breaking my brain. So I put it in ChatGPT. ChatGPT was able to formulate a nice little TLDR, executive summary, and action items so I could understand this more concisely and clearly as far as whether or not I or anyone within my organization would qualify for season 8 retro, which launches in August. So there is that. Additionally, we've been doing a lot of promotions right now for a new program we just launched within KFmedia. KFmedia was has produced a lot of activity in the Optimism blockchain on OP mainnet. We're also gravitating a lot of our activity throughout the Superchain ecosystem. So that being said, we saw this open call available until 7/1. I believe Zaal has signed up. I don't know too many people in this group that have signed up. But basically what it is, to give you the short of it, we're bringing TEDx-style talks to Web3 using 100% Web3 tooling. So there may be an opportunity for this community as a rewards mechanism to give an enhanced layer of rewarding to the participants of maybe launching the KFmedia Respect Game. We'll see. We got some time to plan for that. So here's the link. I'll share it in the chat if you want to participate. Like I said, I know Zaal has already signed up as well. But the link is basically just an interest form using Unlock Protocol. Basically, what you do is come here, put in 2 required pieces of information, 1 optional, as far as, let me get it, hold up here, here we go. Email, name, and you can use anonymous name if you want to, and or wallet address, agree to the terms of service, and then RSVP there. So this is really cool for us because for KFmedia, this is going to serve as a growth mechanism in a few different ways, but also a content creation mechanism. So we've been posting a lot on X about it. We've been posting a lot on Farcaster about it. And then I would say the most significant thing, besides attending the Eden Fractal call last week, is I've been building out our HATS protocol. So as you can see, this is pretty much fully built. The only thing I need to go in is sign wallet addresses to the various hats that have already earned hats within our hats protocol, but also defining some particular imagery around various hats as well. The cool thing about this, and it looks like these didn't populate properly, so maybe I need to refresh, is it gives the sense of every person who supported us along the way in the past 2 years of how they fit into our ecosystem, how they can participate as a community member, and if they want to take on a new role within the community, how they can acquire that new role. So that is my presentation for the day. Thank you for allowing me the time to share, and I will turn it over to Gene.
Thanks, Will. Appreciate your kindness. Anxious to sign up to everything that you indicated. It'll be really fun. I'm having a little trouble getting in right now, so maybe I can get with you afterward and see if we can't help me figure out the right way to sign up for everything that you have going on. Yes, ma'am, it's Rosmari. I won't forget you. Apologies for kind of stumbling along here, but I haven't been involved with a whole lot of on-chain anything lately, so I don't think that I can honestly say that I've contributed to Optimism chain governance or Superchain, anything. I have been trying to build up my own personal, I guess, stack for Optimism itself. The actual like concept of optimism versus like the chain-based variety. Uh, I guess I've been struggling with quite a bit personally, so it's more just been an effort to maintain my own sanity and hopefully try to contribute to everybody else's like better outcomes at the same time. So I guess that's kind of really the universe in a nutshell for me. But yeah, happy to just participate here, and it's delightful to see all of your contributions and see your faces and enjoy each of you individually. Yeah, thanks. God bless you all. Appreciate you very much. Ms. Rosmari, please.
Thank you, and God bless you too. And God bless you all. So I'll go next, and I'll share what I did to contribute. It's not that much, but it's from heart, so it's important to just keep going. And I'll share my screen. This is what Will was talking about earlier. I think he also shared his screen. I just retweeted it and shared it in the chat. So Jane, you can read more about that later. I edited the video from 2 weeks ago. I'm sorry about the delay. Now it's posted. And as always, there is now like about 2-minute highlights at the beginning of the video. So I encourage you to go and check it out if you want. And Eden Fractal is coming soon too. And Eden Town Hall videos. I started editing them. I promoted today's event and made this image for public goods creators with different chains here. I like gardeners, and I think it goes well nicely. And it's a thread. I'm also similar to what Dan did in the beginning of the presentation. I relayed some of the news from previous events and in general what's happening in the community, and also shared the article for people to learn more. And I attended the start of the celebration for the 3-year anniversary of Eden Fractal. Dan created and drafted this message. I just posted it on X, and you can read more here, or just check out our Optimistics Twitter account for more on that. And I've also been reposting, I don't know what that's here. I've been sort of keeping an eye on the industry and the trends and reposting what's happening in the industry and like just around the Superchain, which might be helpful. That's on my X account. Apart from this, I reached out to a few people to invite them to the anniversary. Those have mainly been like past contributors to Eden Fractal, and then provided feedback to those. So I have like a bunch of responses here that I did and I sent back. So sort of to keep that communication going, and that was really lovely to get so many like nice warm responses back. And yeah, apart from this, I drafted a few responses like from questions that we got from the forum post, and in general, like drafted some examples for an outreach to any future Optimism Fractal events going forward too. So I have drafts because we were discussing it with Dan, and he provided some feedback too on like who to reach out to and what kind of like events to promote and how. So that's in the drafts as well. That's it from me. Harvesto, I see your hands raised.
Hi everyone, can you hear me well?
Yes,
All right.
I had to hit the volume up button a little bit because it was quieter than Rosmari's, but I think we can hear you well. Maybe just talk a little bit more.
Okay. Okay. Is it better now?
Yeah, it sounds pretty good, I think. Yeah.
All right. So thanks for the opportunity. Let me quickly share my screen.
Okay, cool. You're very welcome, of course.
All right. So, what I've been up to the past week or so, I go back to the research project that I was talking with Stardust and Dan for quite some time. And what I did was to do some research on the Eden Fractal and Optimistics websites, just to get more context on the questions to ask. Because I detailed Dan and told us that I would reach out when I was getting to start on the project. So I created an outline. Um, yeah, it's basically the outline for the research or the case study itself, the introduction, diving into why we want to create the case study, the consensus processes involved in different fractal organizations. I think there are about 24 or so. I did see some on the Optimistic website, the list of current fractal organizations. So after that, I created some questions. I actually put some prompts to AI. I asked it to give me some interview questions based on the context of creating the case study. And it gave me this. I fine-tuned and yeah, I made sure it was sectioned so that when I'm having the interviews, reaching out to the people and having the interviews, I can actually know what exactly to ask and the scope of the questions involved. And the last one would be the reach out script. That one was also given to me by ChatGPT, and I did some refining. There are two versions actually, one for the normal version, and this one is quite more informal, less formal than the first one. Yeah, I'm still yet to get the list of people to reach out to. Although he did tell me that he's been uh, sick for a while. I hope you're getting better now. And I look forward to getting the info that I was asking for so I can, reach out, hopefully get some interviews going and get started proper on the case study. That's pretty much it. Apart from that, I've been using Optimism dApps, dApps on the Superchain. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you very much, Harvesto. I'm really excited about the research that you're preparing to do. I think that's amazing. And yeah, I'm feeling well, but I've just been needing to deal with some stuff. So I apologize for the delay in your questions, but really appreciate you reaching out. And like I said in our message, I'm looking forward to collaborating. And yeah, if you wanted to add anything else about the research that you're planning or anything else that's on your mind about optimism or that you've been doing, then you still have a minute left to do. But yeah, I'm really excited about what you're doing though.
Oh no, I don't have anything else to share. The next person should share, please.
Okay. Sounds great. I see Gene being supportive in the chat too. Thanks, Gene, for helping to support Orlando's work as well as everybody else's. And I see also Will had shared some links above too. So I encourage people to check out the chat. And Harvesto, if you want to pick the next person to go, the only two people who haven't gone yet are GNeric and myself. You're muted right now.
Oh yeah, I forgot I muted. I'd like to hear what GNeric has to say, then you can go.
Okay, sounds good. Are you ready to go, GNeric?
Yes, I am. Greetings, everyone. GNeric, and this is my second time here. I've not been here after the last time because I've just had so many things going on. But I've been figuring out ways to contribute to the super chain in general. And I realized that after my classes with I got a I got into the super chain classes for optimism, and after that time I set up a super echo account. I saw Will also did set up his own, and then this week I was able to claim some points that I had on there for a while, and then I also launched a contract on Manifold on Optimism. It's just to appreciate all the people that have been contributing to my collection and the heritage collection that I've been working on. So I actually launched the NFT there. And currently, I'm looking at ways to also incorporate the Fractal games, as a respects game, into Nouns DAO Africa because I'm an active participant in Lil Nouns DAO and Nouns DAO in general. So where there's also the Nouns DAO Africa there, it's built on base through the Nouns Builder contract. And we're just trying to build it out and see what it could become. And I've been brainstorming with a couple of holders in the community on how we can be able to incorporate the respect game where it's going to be more geared towards people contributing are the ones that are going to, eventually begin to put up proposals and stuff like that. So it's not just going to be limited to token holders, that's the NFT holders, but also people that contribute to the community at large. And your contribution is going to be earning you respect game. So we've been thinking about ways on how we can get that in. So definitely I'm going to come back on the call and, ask more questions, Dan. And I'm also going to speak into Zaal on how we can be able to do that because I really like the Discord bot that he built. I was in the Zaal Fractal on Monday, and the bot was very, very smooth, like very, very smooth. It was very simple, very easy, and swift to use also. So that's all for me for now. And I'm also thinking of ways to make videos around optimism because I realize so many people do not understand how the super chain works and how all of these other L2s tie into each other. So that's just it for me. So Dan, I think you're like the last person left to go. So yeah, it's over to you.
Sounds great. Thank you, GNeric. That's really cool to hear that you're thinking about playing the respect game at, I believe you said Nouns DAO Africa. That's super cool. So yeah, feel free to reach out and would love to speak with you more about that. And yeah, great progress overall and contributions to the Superchain. I see Zaal's giving applause too, as well as Harvesto. If there is anything else GNeric that you want to say, then feel free because you still have another minute. If not, then I can go. There's lots of people putting up hearts and saying love to Africa. Very cool. All right. I suppose we don't hear, I'm not hearing anything from GNeric, so I suppose I'll go ahead, but feel free to jump in if there's anything else that comes to mind. Otherwise, I'll start sharing my screen now.
So
Nope.
you can go ahead, Dan.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you, GNeric. And thank you everybody for everyone's support here. Really cool vibes we got here too. So I'll go and I'll start the timer for myself now too. And I'll share what I did to help Optimism and Superchain over the past couple of weeks now. So for anybody who doesn't know me, I'm Dan Singjoy. I'm founder of several different initiatives and doing a lot of work on these initiatives in the background and so forth, even Fractal Optimism, Fractal, domestic creators and so forth. And I'm just going to give kind of like a quick highlight of things that I've done over the past couple of weeks here, in addition to some of the other stuff. But you can learn more about it me at dansingjoy.com. So Rosmari and Will mentioned, and maybe Zaal mentioned too, I'm not sure, the Eden Fractal 3-year anniversary. So I hosted this event last week. It was our 122nd event, and I put out this message. Well, Rosmari put out the actual tweet, but I wrote the message in invited everyone to there and kind of put together like a little bit of a kind of agenda or plans and organized to make the best event possible. We had a great event. We had, I think there was 10 people there, and we had some really great planning for the next steps for the Fractal ecosystem. And yeah, the video is not yet available, I don't believe, but that will be available soon on the Eden Curse YouTube channel. And then also, as part of the celebration, there's really two events because there's the Eden Town Hall right after the Eden Fractal Respect game. And so that's at edentownhall.com. But once again, the videos will be uploaded soon. So hosted those. And then also shared that on the Optimism governance forum too, introducing Eden Fractal more to the Optimism Collective more now that it's specifically building on base and on Optimism. In addition, I wrapped up the Superchain Interop Incubator over the past week or so. So for the past 3.5 months, I've been coordinating a team of developers to build Superchain Interop-enabled ORDAO software, the smart contract infrastructure and application. I put together this video, which maybe I'll show because I made like quite a cool video, I think, and I showed actually the first couple minutes.
It's a builders for the past 4 years. 2 years ago, we created the Respect Game, which gamifies fractal democracy with small group peer evaluation. Participants earn respect tokens, which are soul-bound reputation tokens that form an on-chain reputation system. ORDAO brings us all together. It enables communities to coordinate through fractal democracy by playing respect games and voting with their respect tokens to execute on-chain actions. So how does this work in practice? ORDAO is an application for...
So you get the idea from there a little bit, but it's like a 4-minute video. I actually pitched this to about 30 or 40 people who were at the event for the Superchain Interop like demo day. There were some venture capitalists there and people from Etherealize, as well as all the other teams that were building in the Superchain Incubator and the OP Labs teams and stuff. So raising awareness for it. I'm raising awareness for specifically Jacob had built the Superchain ORDAO software, and Howard had helped with this. And so it was promoting what we built there, but then also making a presentation about Superchain, about ORDAO in general as well. So that is a presentation I put together, and I try to make it like really nice, like a short video that kind of gives the overview of ORDAO and Fractal communities in a short period of time. And then I also, along with that, I updated the ORDAO article on optimistic.io/ORDAO to kind of be more representative of the current process. Like, for example, we produced this video of the ORDAO Fractal app, so I put that there. And I also had a section about the Superchain ORDAO, as well as the Superchain ORDAO demo that, well, I mean, this was recorded by Jacob a few weeks ago, but I just put that up here and then helped to curate it, as well as the new ORDAO Fractal community. Also, basically, because there's been a lot of ORDAO updates, so I curate a lot of these, as well as the new ORDAO apps and stuff like that in this article. I also started to put together an article specifically for ORDAO Fractal, where I curated some of the videos, the 3 videos of the ORDAO Fractal event so far. But that's still an early stage in progress. And then lastly, I've been working on a fractal ecosystem development plan that I shared with the DAO so far. So it's still early stages, so it's not public right now, but working on basically figuring out ways to accelerate the development of the fractal ecosystem and support everybody in the fractal ecosystem, and excited to share more details soon. I see there was some great thanks for the heart, Rosmari, and I see there's been some interesting messages in the chat too. Zaal saying GNeric also comes to weekly to Zaal Fractal as an active participant and number 8 in the leaderboard, and Harvesto asking of the leaderboard and so forth. So GNeric saying Harvesto should interview Zaal on the Zaal Fractal. That's a great idea. Gene, bravo, Dan, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you everybody for the amazing contributions. And yeah, if anybody has any questions for anybody about that would help you better understand people's contributions so you can better rank, then feel free to share now, and I will share a link momentarily to the Fractogram app where we'll be reaching consensus. We also do need to figure out exactly who will be playing in the Respect game, because we do have 7 people here, and the Fractogram app only allows 6 people to be in there right now. And I know that a few people offered that they could not play. Gene says he'll opt out if we want to go with that. And Rosmari also said I'm fine with that playing too. So maybe whoever opts out, we can also agree, maybe as a small group, to give them at least a bit of respect with the ORDAO app. And that would be a good way, as Will had mentioned before, to kind of experiment with that new feature and give respect for people for joining. But yeah, we need to decide, I guess, who will opt out. I know Gene said it first, Rosmari said it too, but Gene says extraordinary as always. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. does anybody prefer not to play? I know Zaal also offered at some point too. We only need one person to opt out in order for us to be able to play. And Jean says Rosmari deserves the respect, please. And there's been more interesting comments about Harvesto and interviews and stuff like that. So I'd like to see that. Okay, so if Jean you'd like, then we can have Rosmari play the game, and I'll show the link, and then you can just watch in for this game, and then maybe after the event we can put in a proposal so you can get a bit of respect too for your graciousness as well as being here and supporting us. I know you said that you didn't contribute all that much to the Optimism Superchain lately, but you being here is a great contribution. We appreciate it a lot, and also sharing all the support too. So that also deserves respect as well. Harvesto asked, and Rosemary said, "Okay, thank you. You deserve respect too." And Harvesto asked, "Still need someone to opt out?" I don't believe so, because now it looks like Gene has pretty firmly expressed that he'd like to opt out, so you can play Harvesto. So at this point, I think we'll play with me, Harvesto, Rosmari, GNeric, Will, and Zaal, and then Gene will watch, and then I'll share the link right now, and then we can work on that proposal later to see if we can get some extra respect for Gene. Give me one moment, please, to just share this link. Thank you for your patience. And feel free if anyone wants to say anything as well. New group. Arrest saying, dang, wanted to be gracious as well. Well, only one person can be gracious in that sense right now, but we're all very gracious because we're all supporting the group and optimism and so forth. Okay. All right, and I have now created the group, and I'm now sharing a link in the chat. So Will is also being interviewed as well. Lots of interviews coming up. Sounds great. Yeah, if everybody can please join the Telegram group that is in the chat now. And then once everybody joins, then I'll put out a prompt to request everybody's Optimism accounts. And then, so please get that ready as well. Your Ethereum address / Optimism public keys so that we can start playing. And we are 5 minutes from the top of the hour, so we went a bit over time. I don't know if we'll be able to reach consensus in 5 minutes. If anybody has a hard stop or needs to go in 5 minutes, then that's okay. But just let us know if that's the case. But otherwise, we'll probably go over maybe a couple minutes. We'll try to reach consensus quickly, so we'll try to be timely. But we might need to go a little bit over in order to reach consensus if we're not quick.
I can't see the Telegram link. Is it the Eden Fractal or another Telegram link?
No, the Telegram link, I shared it up above. I'll share it again now. But I do see it says 6 people are in here right now. So, oh, Gene's in here though. So, Gene, if you do want to opt out, then the way the Telegram software works right now is that it can only handle 6 people to be in the group at one time. So, if you're okay with the, okay, so you just left the group. Thank you. So yeah, and then Harvesto, I just shared the link in the chat again. So the most recently shared link is the link that you should click on to join the group. And then I see it looks like most of us have entered the account.
It's saying invalid or has expired.
Can you try clicking again? There's occasionally I have that issue where it happens, but then if I click it again, then it usually works. Or maybe if you just go into Telegram and see if it joined you anyway. The group is called OF64.
Okay.
I didn't even know that's all. Zal front ran me over there. I started at the group, but Zal gave the prompt. I didn't even know that could happen.
He's
Oh,
acting
no.
like a Mev bot.
Yeah, right. But in this case, it's not like he's getting extra respect or something for doing so. I guess he's just being a I mean, maybe he will get extra respect because he's being a positive contributor to the community. So, so also we got to get this consensus. I agree. Harvesto, have you been able to join the group and get in?
Oh no, it's still the same response, invalid.
Could you maybe try on a different device? Have you tried on maybe a laptop or a phone or different device to see if that works?
Okay, let me try on my phone because I'm actually using my laptop for the call.
Okay. Yeah, it
Yeah.
should work on both devices without any issue. And I've never had it where it's been persistently like having an error where you can't join the Telegram group. Maybe I can also go into Telegram. Maybe I can manually uh, add you, but I don't know exactly what your Telegram handle is. I don't know if we've
Oh,
connected there.
let me send you my username quickly.
Okay, sounds good. Is just Harvesto?
Yep.
Okay.
One and only.
Okay, good for you. All right, let me try going back into the group, adding you here. Thank you, everybody, for the patience. We'll make sure that this is working better in the future. I'll report this to DOS to see what's going on here about this issue. Okay, I just tried also sending the group to you over a DM on Telegram, so maybe that will help, and you can try checking your DMs and then click there, Harvesto. And then I'm trying to figure out how I can invite a member once the group has been started, like directly. Oh, looks like Harvesto got in. All right, great. Glad to hear that worked. And Harvesto, if you could please copy and paste your Optimism account as a reply to Zaal's message, then we can get started with consensus.
The address for voting, yeah?
Yep. And the address where you'd like to receive your respect.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good question, Rosmari. I'm wondering too, because I believe so account prompt. Oh yeah, maybe actually maybe I'll put out the one that says optimism. Hopefully this doesn't mess up anything, but the message account prompt that Zaal had put out was please enter your base account as a reply to this message. And I just put out another one that's please enter your Optimism account as this reply to this message. So I think it'll work out well because it is the same account, but maybe it is best if we just just respond to my message in particular, just to make sure it doesn't have a problem. And Harvesto, could you please make sure it's a response in terms of like basically a reply to the message? No problems, all. Thanks for working on it. Okay, so I see four of us. We're just missing now. I think it would be good if maybe GNeric and Rosmari can just respond to the most recent message with the Optimism account, just to make sure that it will work well. But thank you, GNeric. Rosmari, are you able to add your Optimism account there? Yep, I see Rosmari's there. Okay, thank you all. And now I'll put out the level 6 poll. It looks like it should be working correctly now. So now we can vote for level 6. So basically based on the presentations everybody gave, you can share who you think did the most of optimism over the past 2 weeks. And then after that, we'll rank level 5, which is who you think did the second most and so forth. So we have votes from 3 people right now. We're waiting for more votes. I believe the only person who hasn't voted yet is Harvesto. And so we have not consensus yet right now. We have 1 vote for Harvesto, 2 votes for Zaal, 1 vote for Will, and 2 votes for Rosmari. In order to reach consensus, we have to reach 4 to 6. Would anybody like to change their votes or advocate either way to help us better reach consensus? maybe I'll go ahead, and I won't be able to drastically change it, but I had voted for Harvesto because I think the research project I think he's doing is fascinating, and I really love the initiative that he's taken. I know that he talked about that for a while ago, but I thought he kind of forgot about it. But I really loved that. But also, he hasn't done like the actual research yet, so I'd be happy to also switch my vote. The other person who I was thinking of voting for, I mean, I was thinking got a few people because a lot of people have great contributions, but I see Zaal has 2 votes, Rosmari has 2 votes, so I'd be happy to switch to either Zaal or Rosmari for level 6 as well. And then that could help us reach consensus. But even if I do that, we'll still only have 3 out of 6. So would anybody else like to switch their vote or share their thoughts?
I'm going to advocate for Zaal because Zaal, as a community builder and community leader, is always thinking of out of box and how he can integrate Web3 tooling with the cross pollination of other communities into his community. So that's why I voted for Zaal.
All right, sounds good. Well, that makes sense. Oh, Harvesto is asking, how can we switch votes? And GNeric is also asking this too, I think. So you can, if you're on a computer, you can right click and then hit retract vote. And if you're on a phone, then you can just hold it down with your thumb and then hit retract vote. So that being said, I'm happy to vote for Zaal too. It looks like maybe we have consensus on Zaal. Yeah, it looks like we do have consensus on Zaal. So Zaal gets level 6. And now we can move to level 5. You're welcome, Zaal. Thank you for all your contributions.
I'm still going with Will. I think the work he's doing is actually very important to the ecosystem. So, yeah, that's my choice for level 5.
All right. Thank you, Harvesto, for sharing your thoughts and you supported Will. Right now, we don't have votes from everybody right now. Right now, we have, I believe, only 5 people have voted yet. So we're waiting for a vote from Will, I believe.
Yeah, I'm looking to get back to the group chat. Sorry, I was sending DMs on TG, so give me a second. What's the name of the group again? OPF 64?
No, just OF64.
Oh, OF 64. There we go. I found it.
All right. And we have 1 vote for Harvesto, 2 votes for Will, 2 votes for Rosmari, and 1 vote for me. So we still don't have consensus yet. Would anybody else like to advocate or share their thoughts or change their votes? I'd be happy to switch to Will or Rosmari in order to reach consensus. I think they're both doing excellent work. I agree with Harvesto. I think Will's presentation was excellent today, and really excited to hear all the things he's doing. And Rosemary's consistently also doing a great job with promotions too. So happy to go either way here. Appreciate your vote for me, Rosemary, too. And I could switch myself, but I don't have the most lead right now. So, but I do appreciate that, and I would appreciate respect too. But does anybody else want to share their thoughts right now? Because that could help us reach consensus. Okay, it looks like somebody switched. And so it looks like we'll give number 5 to Will.
No, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
You're welcome, Will. Thank you.
I try to use my OPF wisely and vote in the governance of this community as well. So
We appreciate it, Will. Thank you. All right. And now who should we rank as level 4? So who do you think did the third most to help the group over the past 2 weeks? All right, and it looks like Rosemary has consensus here. Rosemary gets level 4. And we'll move to level 3.
That was smooth.
Rosemary says, really? Wow, thanks. What was it, Harvesto?
Oh, I was saying that that was smooth, like no delay in consensus.
Yep. Yep. That's nice when that happens. All right. And we're waiting 2 votes right now. Reza says you got it. Sounds good. And we're just waiting on the vote from Harvesto now, I believe. And it looks like there's consensus for me for level 3. So thanks all. Appreciate the respect. And now we'll move on to level 2.
My votes for GNeric. My reason for the vote is because I think if, or should I say when Nouns, I think is it either Nouns DAO or Nouns Africa DAO, the African branch or chapter. When the DAO adopts the respect game, I think it would be really a huge breakthrough to see, an organization with such reach. Nouns DAO is like, I think everybody knows Nouns DAO. So if or when they adopt that, maybe it could spread even into the bigger or global DAO, and that's huge. That's huge. So that's my reason behind my vote.
All right, sounds good. I agree. Nouns is quite popular and successful, and as Zaal says, the Respect game would be a game changer for them. And they have reach and funding, but zero organization, whatever. Okay, cool. It looks like there's been consensus now on GNeric, and so I mean GNeric will get level 2. I agree. GNeric gave some really great contributions this week, and much appreciated. Really cool to see GNeric thinking about starting to play the respect game there, even after just joining for the second time. So really excited to see what will happen in the future. Although I know you've been participating a lot at the Zaal Fractal. So, and that means that Harvesto will get level 1. And yeah, very much looking forward to seeing their research and giving you more respect in the future, Harvesto as well. And I'm going to put out the game prompt now for Autism Fractal. Will be group number 1. And now everybody can click on where it says results can be submitted here at the bottom, and ask that you do that if it's easy for you to do, and then we'll post it on chain, and then everybody will get respect according to the levels. And then maybe I'll make a proposal for Gene to get some respect too, or if we want, we can talk about that. But otherwise, I can just follow up in the ORDAO app and make the proposal, and then I'll share a message in the Optimism Fractal Discord for that. So that concludes the respect game. Thanks everybody for playing. Hope you all had a great time. And yeah, thanks for all the great contributions. It was really exciting and really inspiring to see what everybody's been up to. If anybody else had anything you want to share, then feel free. As I said at the beginning, we don't have an Optimism Town Hall scheduled. We could stick around for a little bit longer to have a bit of a chat. But I see Harvesto raise his hand. If anybody has any thoughts about the respect game, then feel free to share it too. Harvesto?
Oh yeah, I just wanted to say that I think Jean definitely deserves some respect for being gracious enough to opt out. So when the proposal goes live, I should be notified and would check it out.
Okay. Sounds good. Thanks, Harvesto, for your support of Gene. I agree. I suppose the question would be how much respect to distribute. So for people who aren't familiar, the way that the respect game works that we played Auto and Fractal is level 6 gets 55 respect, level 5 gets 34, level 4 gets 21, level 3 gets 13, level 5 gets 8, and level 6 gets 5. So you get about 60% more respect for each level. So I guess we'll have to figure out what number is appropriate, but that's something I suppose we can figure out afterwards too. If anybody had any thoughts, then feel free. And it also says give the average between 4 and 3. And Rosmari said, I'm going. Thanks all. Thanks, Rosmari. Hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. And yeah, I suppose we can figure out the exact number and stuff like that. Anybody can feel free to post a proposal on the ORDAO app at optimism.fraps.xyz or of.fraps.xyz, and then we can more efficiently approve it there with whatever number of people thinks best with the optimistic consent-based system. That's one of the nice benefits of ORDAO, that it makes it very simple to do things. So if anyone wants to propose a specific number, then feel free. I see Harvesto still has his hands up. Is there anything else you want to add, Harvesto, or is that just a hand raise from before? It looks like
No,
they.
it's from before.
Okay, sounds good. Is anything that any of us would like to share, or should we wrap it up?
But yeah, why is there no town hall call today?
Yeah, so I said it briefly in the beginning, what I was trying to be concise with time, so I didn't really go into detail. And we also did explain this, we discussed in more detail in the prior event that we had 2 weeks ago at the end of it. But I know that wasn't, it's rather difficult to find there. There's a couple messages in Telegram too, but maybe I'll go ahead and share my screen right now just to provide some more context for that, because I appreciate the question. So yeah, as you can see from this tweet from Optimistics, there's new Optimism Town Hall game rules, and the community approved a proposal to update the rules of Kagendas. Kagendas is the community agenda game that we play at each Optimism Town Hall event, or rather prior to each Optimism Town Hall event, to choose the topic and to schedule topics in advance. And the proposal that was approved was to implement a 2,000 respect vote threshold for Optimism Town Hall events. And the goal of this proposal was basically to ensure sustainable resource allocation while maintaining community-driven decisions. So if you check out this link, or you also find this it's on the Optimism Governance Forum, in the Optimism Town Hall thread, or in the Optimism Fractal Discord, then you can find a link to the snapshot proposal. This is the Optimism Fractal snapshot, and the most recent proposal, other than the opt-in for the council for this past week, was the proposal to update contenders rules. So I put this proposal out 17 days ago, and basically, well, this proposal goes over it in quite a lot of detail about why this proposal was made and how it works and so forth. It has the current Kagendas rules. Like basically, we've played Kagendas at every Optimism Town Hall since it launched in May 2024. So there's been 39 events that have been hosted for Optimism Town Hall, and almost all of them have been with Kagendas. And yeah, so basically there was these simple 4 rules that we had launched with basically, and then there was some new rule changes. Some of them were just kind of like just updating because we have a new Optimism Fractal Respect token called OFR rather than OPF due to the new ORDAO software. But the rule that's really significant here is that basically if no proposal reaches more than 2,000 vote threshold by Monday at 17 UTC, then Optimism Town Hall would not be scheduled to occur that week. And Optimism Town Hall events are held every Thursday at 18 UTC following Optimism Fractal events if at least one top proposal receives at least a minimum of 2,000 respect votes by Monday at 17 UTC. So there's more details here about the implementation details and how Optimism Fractal still recurs on a biweekly basis at 17 UTC, and more details about how that works in general, and then more about the strategic rationale. Basically, it takes a lot of resources to host and produce the Optimism Town Hall from myself and Rosmari, Optimistics teams, Eden Creators teams, and we recently started doing the Eden Fractal events with Epoch 2 and also the Eden Town Hall we reintroduced. So we needed to like better allocate our resources, and we figured that this was the best way to make it so that it's community driven, where people can choose to have topics if there's sufficient interest from the community as voted by Respect. But if we don't need to have a discussion at the town hall and there's nothing that like the community really wants to discuss at the current time, then we can basically skip it to basically save time for everybody. So there's more details here about how it benefits the Optimism Collective and the governance approach and so forth, and why this proposal was made to the Optimism Fractal Council. Again, everybody can participate in the Optimism Fractal Council by opting in the bi-weekly polls that you can see, like, do you wish to participate in the 64th council and so forth, and the Optimism Town Hall snapshot space, to be clear, because that might be a point of confusion. There's 2 different snapshot spaces. One is for the Optimism Fractal community, which is at snapshot.box/$s:/optimismfractal.eth, and the other one is at optimismtownhall.eth at the end. So you can see here in the Optimism Town Hall snapshot space, there was not any proposals that were made over the past 2 weeks. And so because there were no proposals and because none of them reached 2,000 respect votes, then it wouldn't be triggered. In the most recent one, for example, this one had 2,500 votes. So this one would have been triggered if, for example, there was something like that. But in this week, nobody made a proposal. So basically, to save resources, we just have it where we'll only do town halls when it has 2,000 respect votes, unless it gets changed by another council proposal in the future. Does that answer your question, Harvesto? Or do you have any other questions or thoughts?
Yes, it does. So thanks for explaining.
You're very welcome. Thanks for asking. That's a helpful clarification, and I appreciate you bringing it up because I imagine a lot of other people who are watching might have been wondering the same thing too. So yeah, and in the meantime too, of course, we want to serve the Optimism Collective and Superchain as much as possible too. So everybody's welcome to make these proposals. You can also check out the past Optimism Town Hall videos as well. And like we said, you can always the Optimism Fractal and Eden Fractal events are happening bi-weekly at 17 UTC still. Nothing's changed there. And we're also currently hosting the Eden Town Hall every week after the Eden Fractal event. Eventually, the Eden Fractal Town Hall we might do on a consistent schedule or like a voting schedule too. But for now, this is how it works. And if anybody has any thoughts about the way it works or would like it to be different in the future, then feel free to share those thoughts or make a proposal in the snapshot spaces. Or if there's ever anything you want to discuss, even if you don't have 2,000 votes, that's something that I wrote about in the Optimism Governance Forum. If you search for the Optimism Town Hall thread here in the Optimism Governance Forum for season 4, I put out this message here basically saying that everyone's welcome to participate. And so if anybody does have something you want to discuss and you don't have 2,000 respect, then feel free to still put that proposal up and just ask for other people to vote for it. And myself or other people who have earned a lot of respect by joining are happy to vote on behalf of other people's proposals if it seems like a good idea to do so. And by joining Optimism Fractal events, you also get more voting power to help influence the scheduling and agenda and so forth as well. So I see Will saying bye, see you all in 2 weeks, and Zaal says love it. Sounds great. If anybody else has any of their last thoughts, then feel free to share. Otherwise, I think we could probably all start wrapping it up. Harvesto, Zaal, Gene, Harvesto. I said Harvesto already, GNeric. Any last thoughts, or should we wrap it up? And if we're ready to wrap it up, maybe if you want to all join me, we often end with the 3, 2, 1, go Optimism Fractal. So I can count down and we can send us off whenever we're ready.
Let's count down.
All right, let's count down. And we'll go. 3, 2, 1. Go Optimism Fractal.
Fractal.
All right, thanks all, and see you next time. We'll be here at same time for Eden Fractal next week. Hope to see you there, and back for Optimism Fractal in 2 weeks. And thanks all, and see you next time.
Bye, guys. Have a great 2 weeks.